La ilaha illallah, like the Miraj, it is an ocean. There is no difference. Should not be different from the person who is a Muslim, person who is a mu'min, person who is in tariqat, person who is a Shaykh, person who is a murid. The Miraj is the same. The only difference is what you take from the Miraj. Do you understand? What is it that you take from it? And what you take from the Miraj, what you take from this Miraj, like the ocean, is how much you're going to swim and to take from the ocean. Are you just going to take the fish, or are you going to swim deeper to take the jewels? Inshallah Rahman, we are asking Allah for forgiveness, and it is our intention tonight to remember and to commemorate and to give high value to the ascension of the Prophet ﷺ, to the Isra and the Miraj of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, an honor that was only given to him, not to any other prophet. That he made the journey in the 12th year of the Hijrah, at the time when the oppression and the boycott was so heavy on the Muslims, and the Muslims, small oppressed group, they were cut off from everything, and they were free. It was free for all the other tribes, all the other mushriks, to attack the Muslims, because the uncle of the Prophet ﷺ who was protecting him, he passed that year. The beloved wife of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, after 25 years, she passed. Hazreti Khadija. That those who were weak, their faith was just shaking. There was a time when Holy Prophet ﷺ was left almost alone, and he was feeling very lonely. It was a time when they had finished oppressing them. Now they want to destroy his spirit. And Abu Jahl came to him and insulted him, saying, "You say you are a prophet. If there's going to be a prophet, it's going to be me, not you. Where are your followers? Where is your power? Where is your wealth? Nothing. You have nothing." And he asked 7 of the highest born mushriks, leaders, to come and to insult the Prophet, or something like that too. Muslims become open target. Sound familiar? And there was a time when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded his angel Jibreel alayhi salam, he says, "Go down." He was in the house والسلام, of Hazreti Ali's sister, Hani. After the Isha prayer, he lay down. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, "Go down to the world and take my Habib." He may be very lonely in this world, among his own people. Nobody wants to know him, and nobody cares for him. But amongst the universes, amongst all of creation, he is very well known and he's very well loved. Take him and show him all of creation, and let all of creation see him and to praise him. They came bringing water from the pond of Kawthar to the Holy Prophet ﷺ. He made wudu. They came and they brought a turban for him to wear. that the archangels, Jibrail and Israfil and Mikael and Azrael, they were spending hundreds and thousands of years winding that turban. And every fold, they were, awliya Allah saying, thousands of folds in the turban. In each fold, they're saying very special salawats. And that's why, in our order, when you winding your turban, never forget to give the salawats. And they perform a surgery to him. This is real surgery. They cut his chest open. They cleaned everything from the inside. And they took out one piece of blood clot. That is not what some say it is a sin. No, there is no sin to the Prophet ﷺ. There is no dirtiness. There is no shadow. He is already from light. What they took out was the human fear that when that is taken, he is able now to see and to witness what no man has ever witnessed, and there's not going to be a fear that comes to him to lock him up. They brought a Buraq from the paradise of the Buraqs, where there were millions of Buraqs all waiting to become that one that the Prophet ﷺ was going to ride. And there was one Buraq that was just crying in the corner. He wasn't the most beautiful. He wasn't the biggest. And Jibreel ﷺ went to him and asked him, why you are crying? And he says, because I have no chance. But I've been in love with that Prophet ever since I was created. When I see the name of Allah and beside it the name of Muhammad ﷺ, and I hear a voice saying, Ya Muhammad. And he says, from that time I can't stop crying because of my longing for him. He was selected because of that. And the Prophet ﷺ, when he was going to ride him, the Buraq started moving. Hazrat Jibreel became a little bit angry, saying, how you are behaving like this? Don't you know this is the Holy Prophet ﷺ? He has been invited. How can you behave like this? And he says, forgive me, but I'm very nervous and I have a request to make. See how intelligent he is. My request is that may I be the one that he's going to ride on the Day of Judgment. Prophet ﷺ says, yes, you will. But before the Prophet ﷺ rode on him, he ﷺ to the Jibreel ﷺ and said, Ya Jibreel, what about my ummah? What are they going to ride on the Day of Judgment? Hazrat Jibreel saying, say, Ya Rasulullah, as you say. And he says, I want each and every one of my ummah to have a Buraq like this. Jibreel alayhi salam saying, it is as you wish. Tonight it is your night. Isra, moving from Mecca, Karama, going to Qudus, from Qudus to the paradises, to divine stations, passing through so many different places before going to Qudus, stopping over at Medina, it's called Taiba at that time, praying 2 rakats, stop over in the mountain of Tur, where Musa alayhi salam, Kalimullah, spoke with the Holy Prophet alayhi salam, praying 2 rakats, to the well where Hazrat Musa gave water to those ones who came, stopping over to Baitul Muqaddis, where Isa alayhi salam was born, going there and praying and taking the secrets from the earlier prophets. And riding the Buraq with the 4 archangels surrounding him, and each archangel surrounded by hundreds and thousands of other angels, riding with that entourage, moving to Qudus, where 124,000 prophets, they got up and they received him with salawat. Came down, tied the Buraq. He asked the other prophets to enter first. And Jibreel says, no, you are the Habib. You are the chosen one. You have to enter. It is an honor for us to follow behind. He did. They called the Azan. Qamat, praying 2 rakats. All the angels following. All the prophets praying behind him. From there he gave a sohbat. From there, 124,000 prophets, they raised their hands, asking Allah to bless the beloved Prophet ﷺ, and to bless the Ummah. All of them saying Amin. From Qudus, Miraj, the heavenly stairs. Don't think it is this kind of stairs. Up here, Holy Prophet ﷺ stepped on the rock, and that rock melted. The print of the Prophet ﷺ on stone, wanting to follow the Prophet ﷺ to the paradises. And the Prophet ﷺ saying, stay there. Don't come with me. He stay. And he's still there today. That dome of the rock. That is the area, the rock there, it is floating between this world. And they built everything on it. Prophet ﷺ went. Maybe Allah saying he had 5 different kinds of transportation that he rode on the wings of Jibreel alayhi salam, on the ref, other ones too, other things that he was riding on. And the Holy Prophet ﷺ, he went to the different heavens, different paradises, where he met all the earlier prophets. He met the earlier prophets and also the angels that were there. And he was seeing so many unusual things. When he was riding the Buraq, he heard somebody calling him and saying, Assalamu alaikum. He didn't even answer. He went. Another one giving him a salam. He did not answer. Another one saying, Ya Muhammad, stop. Turned. He looked. He was an old woman, wearing very beautiful clothes, wearing makeup. Jibreel alayhi salam saying, it is known to you, Ya Rasulullah, if you have answered her, your nation would have fallen into the dunya, because she was dunya. 2 others that called to the Prophet ﷺ, he was shaitan. He's an old man. And there was one representing the corruption of the Islam that came to the earlier prophets. The teachings of Hazrat Musa and Hazrat Isa, that they have corrupted, and they're calling. And Jibreel alayhi salam saying, if you had listened, if you had heeded, if you had given salams to shaitan, your nation would have followed. If you have given salams to those corrupted ways, your nation would have entered into that corruption. Habibullah was tested by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You think we are not going to be tested? You think it is so easy for us to say, madad, just to do whatever we want to do? Prophet ﷺ went through a heart surgery. These days the Shaykh cannot even touch you a little bit. You fail. Shaitans were waiting on every step to burn the Prophet ﷺ. He was tested. We are his nation. We are the ones saying that we want to follow in his footsteps. Our actions is not only going to be benefiting us alone or harming us alone. There will be so many who are going to be in that. You're understanding? Especially in this way. Education is for everyone, but those who want to deepen their understanding, they're going to go to higher forms of academic institutions to learn. Correct? But education is there. If you say science, science is there, mathematics is there. But as much as you want to take from it, that much deeper you're going to be. It is not that education or that knowledge that is choosing you. You are the one who's choosing that knowledge. So the knowledge of the Miraj, how much you want to know, how do you want to know, how you want it to affect your life, how you want it to affect your belief, that much is going to give to you. Majority are not even believing in what I'm saying so many times, like this. The Muslims, if they understand the importance of that day and how the angels in all the paradises, they were being very busy decorating the paradises to welcome the Prophet ﷺ. If the Muslims are aware of that, on this night they're going to rush. Not so much to decorate the masjids, they don't do that anymore. Maybe they're going to start doing that for Christmas. Yeah, believe me. We are all one, right? There's a saying, right? Now, Habaibs are saying it is okay to celebrate Christmas. What? No, we're not celebrating. We're saying Merry Christmas. From Merry Christmas, one step, two step, you're going to become Santa Claus. Why not? It's not a big jump there. 1400 years, they say they don't know. Before, their iman was weak, so when they say Merry Christmas, it's going to change their iman. Now, mashallah, Ahir Zaman, all our iman's very strong. So when we say Merry Christmas, it's not going to change our belief or our akidah. Mashallah. They're going to do that. But for Miraj, Imam standing up and say, don't take this day to be special. Don't do any special prayers or any ibadat. Not necessary. Because Eid is only 2. Holy day is only 2. Every night is Laylatul Qadr. And tonight there is a meeting between the lover and the beloved. And in the day, in the night of Miraj, the biggest gift that were given, it was the intercession of the Prophet ﷺ, the mercy. That was promised to his nation. Why do you think the mercy is promised to his nation? We are not going to claim we are that great. We are not. You look at our nation and earlier nations, in terms of prayer, there were people from earlier nations, hundreds of years, continuous prayer. They live long and they worship all their lives. If you talk about civilization, what they made from this dunya, we think our technology is something. Earlier nations, they did more. They discovered more. What is making our nation to be very special is only because of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. The mercy from the Rahmatul lil Alameen that the Prophet ﷺ was given from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is showing the special quality of the mercy only to this nation. It's because of the disobedience of this nation, especially in the Akhir Zaman, that all the disobediences of the earlier prophets, nations, we are doing that right now. Earlier nations, maybe they have one disobedience. But in this nation, in this Akhir Zaman, we've collected all the disobediences of all the earlier nations, and we're doing it at the same time. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knew that. Holy Prophet ﷺ knew that. And the Prophet ﷺ was asking for the intercession for his nation. Intercession is given for those who believe, and is running to ask for forgiveness, not for those who don't believe and those ones who are arrogant and stubborn. When the Holy Prophet ﷺ, in divine, we say divine presence, crying and understanding the disobedience of his nation, where so many other visions were shown to him, how his nation is going to suffer in the hellfire. This part, so many times, the Imams and the Shaykhs, they cancel. They only talk about the mercy of Allah and the love of Allah. Hell is haqq. And our disobedience is also very clear. And if we are not taking that as a lesson to stop us, then that mercy is not going to reach to us. That mercy was trying to reach to the mushriks. That mercy was knocking on the door of Abu Jahl and Abu Lahab hundreds of times. But because they did not open the door, the mercy cannot enter. Prophet ﷺ, when he was given intercession, he was very happy. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reassured him and saying, I know my creatures and I know your nation. And all this is going to happen for me to show off my mercy to them. If they didn't disobey, I was going to create another ummah just so they can disobey, so that I will forgive them. This is for us to take and to understand. What is it that we are doing? There is any value in divine presence. I'll tell you one thing that we can do that will have value. That is praising and honoring and giving value to the Holy Prophet ﷺ. When the Prophet ﷺ was going to every paradise, all the angels would get up and greet him. And all these angels would be accompanied by thousands of other angels. Their looks, the way they are, it is impossible for this mind to understand, to see. Some of them with beauty, some of them with a terror, a holy terror. And Jibreel alayhi salam, saying to the Prophet alayhi salam, when he went back to the paradises, he saw one angel. The feathers was all pulled out from him. He was just lying down. He was looking, light was taken away from his face. There is no beauty, there is no hebat. And he asked him, what happened to you? You who was great. And that angel said, yes, I was great. But that night, when the Prophet ﷺ entered, and everyone stood up, I did not stand up, because I was so busy worshipping to Allah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying to me, you're not standing up for my Habib. We take everything from you. And Prophet ﷺ heard that. He prayed for that angel, saying, tell him to recite 10 salawats for me. When the angel heard that, he recited 10 salawats, everything was given back to him. Oh, the value of the salawat. The value of the salawat in divine presence. We cannot even speak about that openly. And the prayer was also given to the Holy Prophet ﷺ for his people, for his nation. The importance of the namaz. Why is the namaz important? The namaz positions, it was collected from the positions and the postures of the angels. There was angels that he sees in the first paradises. They were all standing up and making a zikr of Allah. They were created like that. Until Judgment Day, they're going to stand up to praise Allah. There were some, not some, there were paradises filled with angels in the ruku, worshipping like that to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forever. Some in sajda and sujud forever. And the Prophet ﷺ liked all these movements. And he took it and is giving it to us. The earlier nations were not given these postures. But understand now, why was a prayer given on this night? So many things were given, but why was a prayer given on this night of the Miraj? There's a very big sign there. For a believer who believes. Because the Prophet ﷺ said, the namaz, the salat, it is a miraj for my nation. It is a miraj. Especially if you start doing the namaz the way that we are doing it, in this order. The tasbihs that you are doing it, especially for the Fajr tasbih, you'll see so many of it are the tasbihs of the angels and the prophets. We just don't make such a big fuss about it. Just do it. You get the benefit. You don't have to read and read and read and understand and go to research the value of water. Just drink it. You're going to get the value. There are other things for you to do. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granting so much to this nation. And the secrets are there in the last few ayats of Surah Al-Baqarah and Amana Rasul, where the ayat of Amana Rasul was given directly in divine presence to the Holy Prophet ﷺ, where the Prophet is praying for us and Allah is granting it. So yes, it is a very heavy night. So many of you are already sleeping. Because this kind of sohbats we don't make very often. Only those ones who are strong are able to hold on to this. Because it comes with a lot of heaviness. We are not just recounting. maybe it is happening again. Cannot be sleeping. But you must build up to that strength. Miraj is sleeping. Don't sleep during Miraj. Prophet ﷺ did not sleep. You understand? Find ways to pull yourself out, to step on your ego. Find ways. Inshallah. So many things happen in the Miraj. We are believers, nominees, trying to be. And we're asking Allah to make us to become clean ones, to be able to be the dust under the feet of the holy ones who are granted that Miraj. May Allah forgive me and bless you. Ameen. Those ones, the holy ones, when they pray, they make the Miraj. Correct? When they look down, we see everything. When we look down, we only see the carpet. But at least, let us to be behind them. Let us to be dust under their feet. And that's the time. They are going, they'll bring us along. If you say, I'm not going to follow no one, no Sheikh, no Imam, no nothing, make Miraj on your own. But Akhir Zaman. And the Miraj was the event that separated the believers from the weak ones and from the hypocrites. May Allah not make us to be a hypocrite, inshallah. This much is enough. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. Fatiha.